Front Page for Thursday, April 18th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. President Biden is crisscrossing the must-win battleground of Pennsylvania this week to shore up support and take on one of his top liabilities, the economy. Jeff Murdoch reports Biden's three-day campaign swing through Pennsylvania started in his hometown of Scranton on Tuesday, hit Pittsburgh on Wednesday, and wraps up Thursday in Philadelphia. In Pittsburgh, the president called for a tripling of the existing 7.5% tariff rate on Chinese steel and aluminum. Democrats in Pennsylvania, the most populous swing state, are receptive to Biden's pitch that billionaires and corporations have taken advantage of working-class people for too long. The Senate has voted to dismiss articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, the first time it's done so without holding a trial or reviewing evidence. Ramsey Touchberry and Stephen Dinan report Democrats said the two articles against Mayorkas were policy differences that fell short of the Constitution threshold for high crimes and misdemeanors. The votes to dismiss the two articles were 51 to 48, with one senator voting present, and 51 to 49. Mayorkas was accused of willfully subverting immigration laws by refusing to carry out enforcement and breaching the public trust by lying to and obstructing Congress. Some Republicans have vowed to retaliate by miring the chamber in procedural hurdles, making it difficult to advance legislation. The town of Orikhiv, the starting point of Ukraine's 2023 summer counteroffensive, is now in the middle of a two-way firing range. Many of its 14,000 residents had been evacuated in the face of Russia's onslaught in March of 2022, while the Zaporizhia town and its surroundings were ravaged by artillery and ammunition. Only about 1,000 residents remain. They've been sheltering in the basements of bombed-out residential buildings and rely on humanitarian help to survive. Colleges are offering more optional graduation celebrations by race, sexuality, and income in their first spring commencement season since the Supreme Court overturned affirmative action. Sean Salai reports Harvard, Columbia, Penn State, and American are among the schools holding such ceremonies. Other ceremonies popular in recent years include those for undocumented immigrants, LGBTQ students, and graduates of Arabic descent. Advocates say the ceremonies allow marginalized communities to express their cultures freely and are optional and open to everyone. And finally, a minor league baseball team says the National Park Service is trying to force it into changing its logo. Stephen Dinan reports the Glacier Range Riders say the Park Service is complaining that people might be unable to tell the difference between the downward-facing arrowhead logos that both use. The Park Service says the Montana team's image is too close to its iconic logo, especially with the team located near Glacier National Park. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.